Is that better? We're going to call the meeting to order. The Board of School Directors in Daniel Boone Area School District. It's a voting meeting on Monday, March 25th, 2019, 7:30 p.m. And do pledge allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Wolf, roll call, please.
Yes, Mrs. Scott. Ms. Albright?
Here.
Mr. Miller? Here. Mr. Durso?
Here.
Mr. Strobel?
Here.
Mr. B. Scott?
Here.
Mr. Wolf here. Mr. Rathke?
Here.
Ms. Olson?
Here.
Mr. Jeffscott?
Here.
All present.
All right. Procedures for public participation are in the back cover of the agenda. If you'd like to address the board on any items, just come up to the speaker or the pulpit here and state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to address the board. We have some no agenda edits. Any agenda edits by board members?
I do have one edit, Mr. President. It's going to be regarding the high school. Mrs. Sweet will make the presentation, but it's going to be regarding one of the high school clubs painting the high school concession area that is inside the facility.
Yep. All right. And Mrs. Sweet will have you come up in just a sec here. There will be an executive session following tonight's meeting to discuss negotiation and personnel issues. Now our special guest, Mrs. Sweet, is going to come up and fill us in on this art project.
There's 6 handouts, so if we can share them.
Really doesn't need it.
I saw it.
I don't need this. Do y'all hear me just fine? So Wendy Sweet, Old Sweet Road, Douglasville, PA, also here as advisor for FBLA. So thank you very much for letting me hear a presentation. FBLA, part of the 3 common cores that I kind of raise and drill into their skulls, as Brianna can tell you, is service, giving back to our school community, giving back to our district community, and then giving back to our community as a whole. So they get that drilled into their skull on top of the competing, which they do, going to states in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. So one of the things that they proposed this year, FBLA runs the winter sports concession stand for the basketball, the wrestling, and that program is then chartered out for all of the advisors to stand and sell. We have a lot of problem with when other schools come in, first of all, them even finding the concession stand, then second of all, they're standing there staring at a blank wall. We would like to see that become a point of Boone pride. We want them to come down and know they're in Blazer territory, and we don't care how they're doing on the court, we're Blazer proud. And we are Blazer proud when we lose badly, because we still lose good, because we have Blazer pride through and through. So the proposal that the students came up with, sorry need these, it's been a few years now, is measurements were taken, we submitted everything to Mr. Blankmiller and to our principal, and then we brought it to the facilities committee just now. They would like to paint the exterior, the school light blue color. A lot of it will be utilizing old paint that is no longer being used by the district. Plus there is some money appropriated, plus we have some paint set aside. We would be looking to use durable paint, painting the exterior, the school light blue color below the counter with alternating thick dark blue, thick light blue, and then a white pinstripe throughout. And then they would like to put up a fake pennant banner with the lettering for Go Blazers and the O's being donuts, because that's one of the things that we sell, because we support Boyers Market, because Boyers brings income into the school, because that's what we're all about. And then we want to put a menu board on the wall, and then something over the door frame. The name they came up with right now is my biggest point of concern, is they like to name it the Blazer Bar. I leave that to the school board. That is not standing, and they were told the school board makes that determination and not Ms. Sweet. And then we'd also like to put symbols for all of the sports that the school recognizes. So all of those sports that we recognize, we would use a projector. We would not be freehanding them because it would look horrible, and have those up on the wall so we can show support for all. Even though winter sports is FBLA, the concession stand is used by volleyball. It's used by other clubs and other activities, so we want to see that recognized. no cost to the district. Ongoing maintenance would be handled by FBLA, and it would be something that the officers each year would have to make an assessment and see what touch-ups need to be done and plan that in their yearly agenda. Questions? I talk fast. I apologize.
How about the Laser Bistro?
I'm welcome to everything, so I'm going to type furiously. I'm just not, bar just doesn't sit with me. Any other suggestions? Shall go back to them.
Blazer snack bar?
It's not alliterative.
I know.
Exactly.
Blazer canteen.
Creative. Pretty sure we don't know. Pretty sure we're going to say not.
I mean,
It's never the people that are in this room that complain about it.
Right.
we do have blazers out front, which Christian Student Fellowship did in Rock, and we questioned blazers for a little while as to whether or not that would come back to bite us, but it hasn't yet. And those rocks have stood strong, so I have faith that the paint will stand strong too. So.
I applaud you for taking the initiative and the students taking the initiative. I think it'll look really nice when you guys are done. Casey did let the facilities committee know that he's fine with it. He reviewed everything. He's going to try to help them by utilizing some of our old unused paint that they can do to help save some costs for the organization. Facilities committee discuss it, and we're okay with it as well. I guess we just need to let them know what we want the name to be.
I mean, just kind of anything but bar. Is that
Bistros are
program?
nice. I did it as a delivery.
We'll have to name all like the hot dogs in French or something, you know.
We could also see if we could let the kids come back with maybe a better name than Bistro, and we can see, we can approve the project pending the name.
Is that going to delay the project?
I don't think so.
No, because we could have all of the scroll work up and everything set. It's going to take multiple days of painting for the paint to dry.
So do we, it sounds like, everyone seems to be on board with it, maybe we make a motion and with the, under the, you know, with basically pending an approved name?
I'll make a motion to allow the FBLA club to paint the high school concession area as proposed, with the exception that the name will be, that they'll come up with a different name.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to do all voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you for allowing us to do that.
All right, do we have, we have our consent items, Mr. Wolf.
I make a motion for consent items 7A through 7T.
Second.
Any board comment on consent items? 7A through 7T? Seeing none?
Items listed on the consent agenda 7A through 7T will be adopted as unanimous unless I hear motions to the contrary. Hearing none, motions passed 9-0.
Make a motion for items 8A through 8C.
Second.
All right. Any board comment on personnel consent items 8A through 8C?
I had a quick question. After our little kerfuffle, I guess I could say, with the tennis coach.
Kerfuffle?
Yeah, tennis.
That's quite a word.
I was curious, how many kids do we have go out with the team?
There are 5 on the roster.
5. How does anybody know how that compares to years prior?
I think last year they had 4, so most of them are freshmen, but we did
Okay.
pretty well.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other comment? Seeing none?
Consent agenda items 8A through 8C will be adopted unanimously unless I hear motions to the contrary. Hearing none, motion passes 1-0.
All right. We have a motion for item 9A.
So moved.
Second? Second by Mr. Strobel. Any board comment under programs item 9A?
And we're still figuring out exactly where that's fall, tax-wise, is that correct?
And that is correct. I haven't decided where it's going to be implemented yet, but it's going to be at a place where it benefits all students at the high school.
All right, any other comment from board members? All right, all in favor of item 9A, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Motion passes 9-0.
Okay. Moving right along here, do we have a motion for item 10, personnel, A through C? Do
So moved.
we have a second?
Second.
Any board comment on items 10A through 10C?
I have a question and a comment. Let's see, two. First question is the cheerleading coaches for the school year 2018-19. I assume that's for evaluations during the spring. So these aren't coaches. Cheerleading typically is fall, winter, so it's already passed. So I'm assuming it's going to be tryouts.
Trial started tonight.
Okay. All right, yeah, that was my assumption. No, if that's true, that's good. The other comment is that, again, these weren't on the Cal meeting 2 weeks ago, so if they're either new or it would be nice, again, to know about volunteers and then the coaches beforehand. It seems to be a recurring thing. Some of these, I'm sure one, but the track coach just, it happened in the last 2 weeks. The others, if we know about them, let's get them on.
Yeah, I guess, it's a good point because I know there are exceptions to the rule, right? There are things that pop up. We have to make it, and I don't know that this is a huge issue, but maybe we could, like a rule of thumb is if we have something new to add, that we can run it past the appropriate committee, just so they can, if it's something that's a little more substantial, they can weigh in. I don't think it needs to be a formal meeting or anything of that nature, but even an email to let them know, like, hey, we're going to add this. Do you have any questions or concerns? And then if it's something, alarming, then the committee can speak for the board until we get a chance to
Really,
discuss.
the only thing that should be an exception, and obviously for next personnel issues that, people need to leave or that's
Right.
happen between meetings, but case in point, we've been talking about this for years.
We could do some form of electronic communication.
Yeah, you just want to be careful not to be deliberating through electronic communications. You can give a notice, but you don't want too much concurrent interaction between board members. Committees are subject to sunshine laws, just like
But they could hear
they
it,
could
weigh
submit
in and say,
comments
hey,
to
we
the
should talk about this.
superintendent, or, they could submit individual comments back to the superintendent. I would recommend that rather than a dialogue, an electronic dialogue
Yep.
between committee members.
Okay. But if there was a concern, they could give Dr. Cooper some guidance and say, hey, we'd prefer to talk about this before we vote on it. Or
The
put it on the-
individual committee members could communicate that
Okay.
information to Dr. Cooper.
Mr. Rathgeb, does that work for you?
For Dr. Miller,
No, I know. But it's been a a theme for a while, so that seems
Well,
like
yeah, I mean, it's,
a reasonable
you know,
process.
Unfortunately, it's mostly the personnel items, but that's
Yeah.
been the case for years, and I know it's just, you got a lot of employees, so, and a lot of volunteers. It's probably very, you know, it's a very difficult area, but, yeah, I think we certainly actually have gotten better, but there's still a little room for improvement, so.
All right, so any further comment on items 10A through 10C? Roll call? Yeah, let's do roll call vote. Personnel issue, roll call.
Mr. Wiescott?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf, yes. Mr. Rathmas?
Yes.
Ms. Olson?
Yes.
Ms. Albright?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Durso?
Yes.
Mr. Strobel?
Yes.
Mr. Jeffscott?
Yes.
Motion passes 9-0.
All right. Item 11, old business, A and B. Approving some meeting minutes. Any comment or concern from the board?
Make a motion for items 11A and 11B.
Second. All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion passes 9-0.
All right. Any new business?
Well, I just had a comment in my typical non-sarcastic fashion. I was very happy to see that Skyward is having a conference in Hershey.
Not in Las Vegas?
Perhaps they can make that recommendation that Mrs. Mays
Shocked.
recommend that for next
She'll be
year.
there by herself with Skyward. Oh, just.
Are you presenting?
No, not this year.
All right. I'm sure with all the innovations and things that you guys develop over the year, they'll probably have you demonstrate the product for them in the next year's convention. All right. Isn't that usually where they are? Any other new business items from board members? All right, seeing none. Any presentations by the public on any issues or agenda items? Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Don't have